record this one today. Welcome, Lori. Welcome, Lorraine. All right, so we officially still have about 30 seconds as people are making their way in. We're gonna start in child's pose. So if you want to go ahead and head to child's pose, feel free. We'll be working into down dog and then into pigeon, where I'll give you some options when we get to pigeon. We still officially have a few seconds to go, so I'll let everyone make their way in. Welcome, Molly. Welcome, Arlene and Liz. Welcome, Erin. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Christina. Welcome, Kelsey. I'm not sure if I said that yet. All right, so I am showing that it is officially time. So we're going to go overhead. Come on over onto hands and knees and set back onto your heels. Your knees can be apart. Your knees can be together, whatever feels best to you. I like to move a little in my child's pose. Feels good to me just to sway side to side. So if that feels good moving, let yourself move. If you want to be nice and still, let yourself be nice and still. Welcome, Kathleen. Welcome, Corrine. Karina, welcome. Rochelle, everybody's popping in all at once. You're all moving around on my screen. Welcome, Amy, Alicia. I apologize if I missed anybody's name as you're coming in. Welcome, Kay. Enjoy that stretch right there. I invite you to try to, turn off the world in this 15 minutes. Let your body explore the stretches. And it's not about coming into a specific place. It's about coming to where things feel right to you. We hold a minute-ish. I don't really watch the clock. A little more breaths here. Then we'll make our way up onto all fours, take a few cat-cows, dropping the belly, lift the heart, and round up through the spine. Welcome, Sandra. Welcome, Diane. Welcome, Darlene. Moving as big through these cat-cows as you like, or as small. Now you can stay right here with your cat-cows a little bit longer, or if you like a down dog. I love a good down dog. Some people love it and it feels stretchy to them. Some people, it feels like a lot of work. So if you like the stretch of down dog, feel free to come on up to down dog and maybe pedal your feet out. If you're like, no, then you are more than welcome to stay in cat-cow, or even some more time in child's pose. And you can move as much as you like here in your down dog. So I like to take my hips and drop them side to side. Just using a little bit of dynamic stretching, so a little movement. And then from our down dog, or maybe you're on all fours, either way, we're going to start to bring our right foot forward as we find our pigeon. Now, if you're going, I don't like pigeon like that position right there doesn't work for me, then you can always take the four stretch, either seated, so we could do the four stretch here seated, or you could lay it down on your back and take the four stretch. So for some people that feels better on their knee, on their hips, to take the four stretch. For other people, pigeon's like their favorite stretch in the world, but not everybody, right? So find typical pigeon if you like it, or seated or on your back, four stretch. You can also do that four stretch sitting in a chair. So you sit in a chair, cross one ankle over the opposite knee. We do it all the time in chair fit. We'll take several breaths here wherever we ended. Welcome, Leanne, Jen, welcome, Evelyn. Just trying to go back and catch some of you that I missed on as you were all coming in at once. Welcome, Sharon, welcome, Linda. Welcome, Valerie, Donna, Anna. If I did miss your name, I do once again. I apologize. Welcome, Sarah. Because all of a sudden, everybody was coming in at once, and then you were flashing all over my screen. I was trying to catch you on your way in. Take a couple more breaths here in pigeon. Now, if you're in a seated four stretch, I'm going to give you a different stretch to do. If you're down in pigeon, what you can do is take your left knee and bend it. Now we can stay right here. This right here opens up the hip flexor, or we could lift up. You could even reach back with your left hand and gently pull your left knee in. if you were in fore stretch, right, you're gonna have to kind of change position a little bit. You can come onto your side and pull in here. So then you get your quad, you get your hip flexor. So either doing it from your pigeon or rolling onto your side, or maybe you're standing if you were sitting in a chair. Oh, I see the little baby Anna. So Anna is one of our newer VFit mamas. Oh, she's so cute. I love seeing the VFit babies, VFit grandbabies. I live with teenagers, so young children bring me joy. And then we will release. From here, you can kind of press back to all fours, or if you like that down dog again, maybe press back just for a moment. And then we'll bring our left leg forward, or if you're taking that 4 position, seated or on your back, crossing the left ankle over. Maybe coming down, maybe staying up on your hands. Pulling up off your left hip a little if you're in kind of this pigeon position. Nice stretch into your glute. Taking some time to breathe. A couple of upcoming events at VFit. You're going to start seeing the advertisement for them soon. Yango is coming back in February. So that's just a little game we play. You have to strategically figure out which challenge you're going to do each day, kind of cover it up like a bingo board. And then at the end of the month, if you did them all, your name goes into a drawing for some prizes. So you'll be seeing the advertisement for that on Friday coming in February. And then Mindful Moments comes back in February as well. Steph G is here in class with me. She and I run that together. You will see that rolling out in our newsletter on Sunday. You'll see Steph and I and some of the previous members popping in, letting you know what Mindful Moments is about. We have a couple pop-up scheduled. So you'll be seeing all that schedule rolling out in the newsletter on Sunday. You'll hear us start talking about it more in classes. But it's mindfulness. It's where we get quiet, we breathe, we visualize, we do some different strategies. From here, come on up. This is where you can roll onto your side, taking your 4 stretch, or staying more in this pigeon position, pulling your heel into your glutes. And we have some other fun, awesome things planned for you coming up through the spring at VFit. We also have a very own nutritionist on staff. Lauren is also here in class today. I know she had been doing some little one-on-ones to tell you about nutrition. So she's a registered dietitian. She's the real deal. So check out Lauren for that. We'll release here. Come on over onto your bottom. We'll take our legs, swing them out in front of us. And just start to walk our hands towards our feet. If your hands reach your feet, you can hold on to the ball of the foot, helping to pull back on the flex. You could also use a strap. You could take a strap around the ball of the foot to help flex the foot, but it's not necessary. Your hands don't have to reach your feet. But I do want you to try to flex your feet here. Pull your toes back towards you and pull the top of your head towards your feet. A long stretch through the entire back side of your body. So you feel that all the way from like the Achilles tendon right down by your ankle, through your calves, behind your knees, your hamstrings, coming up your back. I like to take my chin, tuck it in towards my chest, just to increase that stretch right through my upper back a tiny bit. Couple of breaths here. And then we'll stay in this forward fold, but we'll start to point our toes. You might have to lift your heel up a little bit, kind of make some adjustments. point your toes towards the floor. If you can reach your feet here, gently pressing into the tops of your feet, gently. So what we're doing is stretching through the top of the foot. You don't even have to be hinged forward. You could even come into a seated position, lifting up if that feels better, but pointing your toes down. So we're working the stretch through the top of the ankle, the top of the foot. And we'll bring it up. Bringing one leg in, we're going to work our way towards fire log. So left leg is behind the right leg. With both feet on the floor, it's going to be a little less intense on your hips, or we can start to stack the right foot on top of the left, maybe foot to calf. Some of you might be able, yay, Anne-Marie, I did see you coming in just for those hip stretches, right? We can start to stack the foot all the way up on the inner thigh, making our legs like fire logs. Wiggle around, shift around. Sitting right here may be plenty, or you can start to walk your hands forward. So you might be able to come all the way down onto your elbows. You can stay on your hands. Just find that place that feels just right to you. And breathe. So if it gets difficult to breathe, you find yourself clenching your jaw because you're trying to push too deeply into the stretch, just back off a little bit. More is not better. Because if we go too far, one, we can't hold it long enough to make a difference. And two, we run the risk of actually straining the muscle, like pulling it too much, causing little micro tears. You don't want that. And then we'll come on up and we'll switch that out to the other side. So the foot that was on top comes on the bottom, or the foot that was in front comes to the back. We try to come into the same position on both sides, but that may or may not happen, just depending on our body. So take a moment, settle in. And then maybe fold forward. And breathe. Tuning in a little bit to the quiet, the silence, maybe. I'm not in your home, so I don't know what's going on in there. Notice the moments of stillness. And then from here, we'll come up, take our legs out into a straddle. If you don't like straddle, a butterfly is a nice position as well. Down the inner thigh. You want to deepen the stretch a little bit wherever your hands are. It doesn't matter where my hands are, but if I lengthen through my spine, so think about taking the chest, pulling it gently forward, whether I'm pulling it forward seated tall or whether I'm pulling it forward folded over. It's that pulling forward of the spine, lengthening the spine. It'll deepen the stretch. Again, just coming to the place that works for you. And then we'll come on up and we'll finish with just a little bit of side bending to each side. So if you want to come onto your knees, you want to stay seated, you want to stand up, completely up to you. We'll raise that left arm up and lean over to our right, lengthening through the left rib cage. So sometimes I like to do this standing because I have more range. Just feel yourself gently pulling the ribs right, slightly away from the one above it and below it. We'll come up and over to the other side. I'm going to take you just a little bit over time here so we can get both sides. If you are in this seated position, think about pushing the right glute down and lengthening the shoulder, and then through the fingertips as far away from the right hip as comfortable for you. And right there, we're officially out of time, but let's take it about 10 more seconds if you can, so we're even on both sides. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you back this evening, 6:15 p.m. yen. Lots more fun classes on the schedule between now and then. Have a beautiful afternoon, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much, my friends. Bye, everybody.